two people studying marketing, Mpenya and Takuzwa. Can you define marketing? Because when you were choosing, you knew what you were looking for. Takuzwa, what could be marketing? Okay, so advertising is part of marketing, the whole process of marketing. So when you say marketing, for someone who has not learned anything about it, they would think it's just advertising. But there is a lot to marketing. So part of it is advertising. Takuzwa, any idea?
I think the business activities that involve advertising, promoting, and getting new customers. Yeah.
Okay, so that is also correct. Marketing involves a lot, from advertising to promotion and dealing with customers, creating relationships with the customers. All those are included in the whole marketing process. So at first, it was just taken as a form of letting people know about your products or services. But right now, marketing has a broader meaning, because people are now interested in creating relationships with customers. So it's not just about advertising. I hope that makes sense.
So if we say meaning marketing, how would you say?
Okay, so marketing is the process. It is a process by which companies create long-lasting relationships and also value for customers. So they create or build long-lasting relationships and value for customers in exchange for value. So what this statement means is that companies are now interested in having a relationship with the customers. They build long-lasting relationships. So they want you to buy, and you should also come back. So that's building long-lasting relationships. They want you to have that idea that when someone else comes and advertises their products to you, you must be able to tell them that I already have someone I buy from. So you should be loyal to them. So they create value for you as a customer. What is value? Gertrude, what is value? When I say they create value for you, what is value? No. Any idea of what value means? Okay, when you say I value this, what do you mean?
It's worth something.
It's worth something. So if a company is creating value for you, it means it's something that will be of importance to you. So that is the meaning of value. If I create shoes that you like, they are of value to you, you will buy because you like them. So that is value. They create value for their customers in order to build those long-lasting relationships. So if I go to a salon and they fix my hair, I like it, I will go back. So they've been able to create what I want. So I will be able to have a relationship with that salon. I'll always go there because they made my hair nicely. In return, they also want value from you. So for companies, this value may be money. So they're creating for you something that you want in order for them to gain something from you. That is the whole process of marketing. Any questions so far? Okay. So marketing aims to satisfy the needs and wants of customers. It aims to satisfy the needs and wants of customers. So the whole process of marketing involves creating happiness in a customer. They want you to be happy by the end of the day. So that's what that statement means when I say it aims to satisfy the needs and wants of customers. Okay, so the next thing we are going to look at is understanding the marketplace and customer needs. Understanding the marketplace and customer needs. The marketplace and customer needs. So here we are trying to understand the market in which we are doing a business and also understand our customers. That's what that statement means. So if you're doing a business, you have to know the market you're operating in. You also have to know your customers. Does that make sense? Okay, so there are 5 things that are important when you're trying to understand the marketplace or understanding your customers. So I'm just going to write them down and we can proceed. So the first thing is needs, wants, and demand. The second thing is market offerings. The third thing is value and satisfaction. So the fourth thing is exchanges and relationship. And number 5 is the market. So you're trying to understand these 5 core things in order to understand the market and your customers. Yeah, these 5 things. So it is said that when you want to understand the marketplace and also understand the needs and wants of your customers, you must understand these 5 things. So the first thing that you need to know or understand is needs, wants, and demand. So that is the first thing we're going to look at. The needs, wants, and demand. What is the difference between needs and wants?
These are the things like that you cannot survive without them. While the wants are the things you can survive without them. You can,
Okay, so Noel, what is demand?
Demand is something that, in an example of marketing, can be in like what people actually want. Yeah, what they want is in what they need at the time or a specific area.
What they need or what they want? Okay. Okay, so needs, these are basic human requirements. They are things we cannot live without. So examples of needs include food, water, there is love. Love? Yeah, it's also a need. Not love, yeah, you know. Not love, I'm feeling, but as simple as that. So it also includes clothing and shelter. It's a need. You cannot stay without being dressed. Okay, at home you can. Can you move around naked?
There are some tribes that do.
They always cover the most important parts. Adam and Eve, that's actually none of our business. We don't know how it
They
works.
poison people.
What?
They poison people.
Okay, yeah, so there are things like those. We need food. We cannot live without food. It's a basic requirement. It doesn't matter what you're eating. If you're eating chips or Sima eats food, you cannot live without food. So wants are human needs that are shaped based on personality. So you want food, but you're actually craving chips. So that is a want. I want chips because I'm hungry. So you're shaping the need of food in a way that you want chips in particular. So you want clothing, you could choose that I want a dress or I just want a wrap. That's a want. Questions? You have any questions?
Can you repeat them?
Wants, they are human needs that are shaped based on personality and behavior. Sometimes even culture. Because if you are from Mangoji, you cannot crave pork.
What?
We do.
Based on culture.
No. You so hard.
Anyway, ndio Mangojolo ile. Okay, so based on culture, you cannot sell pork, It's kind of a crime. They're Muslims.
Everyone did.
Oh, okay, they're Muslimish. It's like the religion that you find mostly in Mangushis. Muslim. I am. So, yeah. Demand is human wants that are backed up by buying power.
What?
Human wants, or let me just say human wants that are backed up by money. Demand. You have the money, you demand for chips. So you want it, you have to demand in a way that you have to give money in return for chips. So that is the first thing about understanding the market and your customers' needs, wants, and demands. The second thing is market offerings. What is an offer? Ivy, what is an offer?
No idea.
No idea. Who knows an offer? Disown. Welcome. What's an offer?
Like something you are willing to do to others.
Okay, something you're willing to do to others, but then in this, define it according to marketing. What could be an offer? Something you're willing to give. So, as a company, how would you define an offer?
It's like delivering goods to the customers.
Okay, so delivering goods to customers is called distribution. A company is selling phones or shoes. That's an offer. It's basically what the company is selling, what they're offering to the market. So that is an offer. If you find it in your exams, just know that it's an offer. What the company is selling. So it's something that they are giving to the customers to buy. So a market offer can be defined as products or services. It can also be information or experiences. Like, who goes to jazz? Jazz.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's just?
jazz. Four Seasons.
Hey, don't.
Okay, so what they offer there is an experience. They offer an experience because people go there for enjoyment. It's like the same thing you go when you go to a bar. You are being offered experience or the services that. Anyway, let's not talk about it. Services. Okay, I talked about a bar. So services that prostitutes own.
What is that?
That's good.
What is the
It's an experience. So it's an offer in terms of an experience. So KFC offer food. It's a product. Airtel offer services and also products because they offer handsets and airtime, Wi-Fi, a service. So that's about market offerings. So what are these market offerings? They are things that satisfy the needs and wants of customers. So there's something that you need and there's a company that is offering that thing. It will satisfy your need when you purchase it. So if you are hungry, you go Juaya, they're offering Juaya chips. Well, it will satisfy your need of hunger. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing about offerings is that as a marketer or as a business person, you need to understand that you just don't make up the needs and wants of customers. You have to know what they actually want. Because you might offer someone water when they need something else. So you need to understand who your customers are and what their actual needs are. So you can be able to offer them exactly what they need. Those relationships we were talking about are formed because the customer is satisfied. They are happy with what they've gotten from your company. Any questions on market offerings? Or did you guys understand? Well, if it comes on the exams, anyway. If it comes on the exams. Okay, so that's market offerings, what companies are bringing to the market for customers. The other thing that we're going to look at is value and satisfaction. So I'm going to ask again, what is value?
Something very easy.
Okay, something that is of importance. And how would you define satisfaction? Innocent. What is satisfaction? What does it mean when you say the customer is satisfied?
I can say when the customer has things that he wanted.
Has what?
Things that he wanted.
Has the things that you wanted. Yes, that is satisfaction. So when a customer is happy with your product or service, it is said the customer is satisfied. When they are not impressed, they are dissatisfied. So that's about satisfaction. So customers have a variety of products they can choose from in the market. So the thing with marketing is you have to make your products or services unique because you have competitors everywhere. If you're selling chips, you have to make it unique. Maybe they should know that you offer salad for free. That's something that makes your own product unique, so as to be able to run from the competition and be able to gain customers. Does that make sense? So what I mean is the value you are offering needs to be unique because of the competition in the market. So how do you know that the value is unique? When the customer comes and is satisfied, that's when you know that you have offered them value. You have offered them something that they want. Does it make sense? Guys, do you have questions? Okay, so how do you think customers are able to tell if something is valuable or not?
Once they buy the products.
Once they buy the products, they're able to tell if something is of value or not. So a customer comes to a business with expectations. And if those expectations are met, that's when you know you've offered them something of value. So if they are happy by the end of the day, you've offered them something of value. And you know this when they come back or when they give product feedback on the internet or anywhere else. They are satisfied. And if they are not satisfied, well, you've lost the customer. That's how it is in marketing. Any questions? Okay, so now we're going to look at exchanges and relations. In a market, what is an exchange? What is an exchange? We do this every day. I'm sure you even did it over lunch.
Yeah.
buying and selling.
Buying and selling, that's an exchange. It's as simple as that. You take what you want and you give something in return. That's how it goes in every market. So when I was defining the definition of marketing, I say they create long-lasting relationships and also give them value. In return, they also want something. So this happens every day in the market. There are exchanges that happen. So for customers, they are looking for something that will satisfy their needs and wants. For companies, they are looking for several things. It could be fame, they could also be looking for money. They also want relationships with the customers. So those are exchanges. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so exchange is an act. It is an act of obtaining a desired object from someone by offering something in return. It is an act of obtaining a desired object from someone by offering something in return. So I want money from Gertrude. I'll give you something that you want. I'll give you this. So I am acquiring money from you in exchange for this mark. Those are the exchanges that happen every day in the market. So apart from making transactions in the market, companies must also make sure that they are retaining relationships with their customers. So in the process of exchanging goods with money, you must also be able to create relationships with your customers. So these things, when you usually go to a place to buy something, they either know you by name or they know exactly what you come to look for. So before you even say anything, they tell you, we've run out of that, or I kept this for you. Or you might like this, there's a new product, here is what you can have. So when you do that with customers, they feel appreciated. So they are forced to be loyal. We're talking about business in the morning, so marketing is also the other side of what we're talking about in the morning. So in the morning we're talking about the definitions of things in business, the advantages. Now here we are talking about some other things that you need to do apart from just selling. You have to make sure that you keep your customers satisfied. So customers are satisfied, and that means you have money. And the last thing about understanding your customers and the marketplace is the market. What is a market? Smile. What is a market?
It's a place where people buy and sell goods or services.
Okay, so what are the things that are available in a market? I'll give an example of a customer. One of the components in a market. What are the things? A supplier, yes. Goods, services, what else? Competition. These are things that you find in the market. These are things you need to understand before you start a business. So when you're according to the things we're talking about in the morning, when you're starting a business, you need to know if the market is good for you. So you need to know if you start the business, you have customers or not. You need to know that if you have the business, customers are willing to buy your products. You also need to know how many competitors you have. You know if there are suppliers in the market. There are other businesses that start and after a period of time they just vanish. They were not able to survive in a market. So the conditions of the market must be favorable for a business person. So markets, according to a marketing definition, is a set of actual and potential buyers. It is a set of actual and potential buyers. What is the difference between actual and potential buyers?
And potential is someone who you think can buy, and then someone who's just asking about the product.
Okay, they have a possibility of buying. So actual buyers are the customers that you already have. Potential buyers are those that have a possibility of buying your products or services. Maybe not today, but tomorrow they might buy. So the thing about these buyers is they have similar needs and wants. So how do you know that you have customers? Or you call them your customers? It's because they have similar needs and wants. So if we are going to Kaunjika to buy dresses, we have similar needs and wants because what we need is to be clothed. And we are looking for dresses in particular. So in a market, when you're choosing the market you want to operate in, you have to choose those individuals that have similar needs and wants. Any questions so far? Okay. Next, we are going to look at marketing management orientations. Marketing management orientations. Okay, so these are the things that are used in a market for marketers. They are trying to understand customers and also be able to manage the market. So there are 4 main marketing management orientations. So these ones you need to understand because they may compromise. Okay, so there are 4 main marketing management orientations. The first is the product concept. The product concept. The second is the production concept. Production, there is the selling concept. And Marketing. So those are the four main marketing management orientations. So we are going to start with the production concept. So basically these concepts are usually just assumptions that marketers make. So the production concept, it states that customers will buy everything that is on the market. So everything that you produce, customers will buy. So they will only buy these products or services if they are highly affordable. So this assumption is that if my products are cheap and I produce in any type of amount, people will buy. We all know purity sanitary products, yeah? They are cheap. They usually follow this concept where they're highly affordable. So they assume that because they're highly affordable, most people will buy. And yes, most people buy them because they are cheap, despite their quality. So the second concept is the product concept. Do you understand on the production concept? Guys, you don't understand? Okay, so this production concept, it shows that it just assumes that customers will buy everything that is available on the market as long as it's cheap. So if you're producing 100 products, as long as they're cheap, customers will buy. So if they're cheap, available, that's what customers want. Does that make sense? Question?
I thought that customers are willing to buy something that will last.
So there are different kinds of customers. There are other customers who buy according to the price. So I can give an example of tissue. We have the puppies, then we have CSH. Yes. Most people will buy, according to the Malawian market, most people will buy the CSH because it is available and it is also highly affordable. Not that they want the CSH, but that's what they can afford. So this concept goes for those people who buy based on price.
So many of us are going to go to those people that buy based on the quality.
Yes. There are different kinds of customers. Others will buy, even if it's expensive, they will buy it, as long as it has a good quality. Then others will look at the quality and they'll look at the price and look at their pockets, and it's enough. Any question? Okay, so we can move on to the product concept. That was the production concept. So we'll look at the product concept. So this one is now for those customers that go for quality. Yes. So this concept states that customers will favor products and services that are of high quality. So they will favor services that are of high quality, that also perform better, and that are unique. for this concept, marketers are looking at customers that are looking for quality when buying something. They don't just buy Chinese products, they want the actual thing. So that is the product concept. The meaning, it's just a definition. It states that customers will favor products or services that are of high quality and high performance. So if you're offering something that is of high quality, okay, this example could be KFC and chicken something, chicken little. Chicken in, yes, that one. KFC and Chicken Little, you will notice the difference in the quality of the chicken. So KFC is better. So most people will not buy Chicken In because it's cheap, but they'll go for KFC because it's better. So they're looking at quality. And the third concept, any questions before I go on? Okay, the third concept is the selling concept. So the selling concept, this one is now looking at customers who are looking for cheap things. In a way, they are waiting for promotion. So this concept states that customers will buy a company's product or service only when it goes through promotion. It states that a company will buy a product or service, a company's product or service, only when it goes through promotion. So, a very good example of this is buy one, get one. So you're not going to buy pizza until it's Tuesday. Only that day when there is a promotion. Any other day other than Tuesday, you're not going to go. So customers will buy when there is promotion. For example, we usually go in game during Black Fridays because things are cheap. We can't afford things in game, so we'll go when there's a promotion. Or in ShopRite, you buy things when there's a promotion. That is the selling concept. Any questions? Okay, so the last concept is the marketing concept. The marketing concept. So for this one, it is different than all the concepts. So this marketing concept looks at the organizational goals, like the goals of an organization that should be dependent on the needs and wants of customers. So before you choose to sell a product or before you bring your product to the market, you must understand the needs and wants of your customers, so that when you're giving them what you've produced, they should be able to buy. So this one goes through understanding your customers first before you give them something. So the marketing concept states that organizational goals depend on knowing Organizational goals depend on knowing the needs and wants of target markets. And delivering the desired satisfaction better than your competitors. Okay, so the organizational goals depend on knowing your customer needs and wants, and delivering the desired satisfaction better than competitors. Delivering the desired satisfaction better than competitors. So an example of this concept is when I go to the salon and I want box braids. I'll show them the picture. This is what I want. And that person needs to give me exactly what I want. That is marketing, the marketing concept. So you need to braid that person's hair better than anyone else. Any questions?
Repeat the definition of selling concept.
The selling concept states that customers will not buy They will not buy a company's products unless it goes through promotion. For a rate that the selling concept that states that customers will buy a company's goods or services when it's on promotion. Will it be wrong? No, because we are looking at them buying when there is a promotion. When there is no promotion, like you see how on Black Fridays people, they go for the pillows, the tissues, the TVs, they cannot buy them without the promotion. So that's the selling concept. Guys, is it understood? What is the product concept?
This is where customers go to the quality and performance.
Okay, quality and performance. Production concept?
This is where
Okay.
It states that customers will buy everything that is at the market unless it is affordable.
Not unless, if it is affordable. Yes. Okay, the marketing concept. Guys, marketing concept. That one is the hard one, right? But you guys said you understood. Guys, what is the marketing concept?
This is where an organization is aiming for what the customers need and want.
Okay, they aim for what the customers need and want.
Delivering the desired and satisfaction.
Desired satisfaction. Okay. So, any questions so far? If you want to talk on the phone, you can go out. Sure. We are almost done with today's lesson. We just have 2 more things to look at. Or do you guys need a break or something? 5 minutes.
No, madam, let's finish.
Let's finish.
Go.
Okay. By the way, I'm going to send the notes. Proper notes. Don't do Yes, I will be sending some of the notes on the groups. Before we go on, first assignment. So the thing is,
Madam,
when I give you this assignment late, you're going to complain. So you'd rather have it now and work on it slowly.
So the assignment eventually is in the what we covered today. Is it what we covered today?
No.
Some of us are new to the
It means you need to go and find information for yourself. Okay, there's a difference between university and secondary. So there are times when you need to go search for information. It will be helping because I might even ask this assignment in your exam. That's how, and I've already spoken about copy and paste. Notice any copy and paste from the internet or twin assignments where they look the same.
What if they wrote okay, someone wrote on their own, and also on their own, but then it's the same.
It cannot. It cannot